Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and today we're going to compare two budget smartphones, the ASUS Zenfone Go with the Xiaomi Redmi 2 Prime. So these two devices have a lot of similarities in this price point, but they also differ in many other aspects. So we'll do a detailed comparison of these two phones and see which is better value for money. So before we go into the detailed aspects, let's first have a quick look at the specs. So the Zenfone Go was announced recently. It comes with a 5-inch HD display. It's powered by a MediaTek chipset with 2 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of internal storage and an 8 megapixel rear camera with LED flash and a 2 megapixel front facing camera. Now this phone also comes with a 2070 mAh battery and runs Android 5.1 Lollipop with a custom Zen UI. Now moving on to the Redmi 2 Prime. This comes with a 4.7-inch HD display. It's powered by a Snapdragon 410 quad-core chipset with 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of internal storage. This runs Android 4.4 KitKat with a custom MIUI 6 on top of that. Now this also comes with an 8 megapixel rear camera with LED flash, front facing 2 megapixel camera and a 2200 mAh battery. So that was the spec aspect of these two phones. So now let's go into the detailed aspects. So first up, let's see the design and build quality. So design wise, you can see the Zenfone Go has the same design language as that of the Zenfone series. So you can see it looks very similar to the Zenfone 5, the Zenfone 4, even the Zenfone 2. Nothing has changed with respect to design. You can see the 3 capacitive button, the pattern at the bottom. You can see the edges are curved, the chrome finishing on the power and the volume key, the 3.5mm audio jack and the micro USB charging slot. So design wise, it's a fairly good looking device. It's pretty compact even though it's 5-inch device. Since the device has a curved design towards the edges, it does give a pretty good grip on the device. So overall material quality also looks pretty decent. It's a pretty fairly good looking device in this category and does have a decent build quality as well. Now talking about the Redmi 2 Prime. So this is a pretty compact device, 4.7 inches display size. It's thicker than the Zenfone Go, but it's pretty compact, and the matte finish on the rear panel looks really premium, and the Mi logo, everything looks really good. You can see the 3 capacitive touch buttons, but they are not backlit, and it's a different color, and there is also chrome finishing on the power and the volume key. So overall it's a well built phone. It's a pretty compact phone. So in the build quality and the design, we would say the Xiaomi Redmi 2 Prime has a slight edge over the ASUS Zenfone Go, all overall in the quality of the materials used and the compactness of the device. Now moving on to the display. So both these devices have a HD display, that's a 1280 by 720p display. The ASUS Zenfone Go has a 5-inch display while the Redmi 2 Prime has a 4.7-inch display. So obviously the pixel density is better on the Redmi 2 Prime, and even though both these devices are IPS LCD panels, we would say the display quality is slightly better on the Redmi 2 Prime. It also has a Corning Gorilla Glass support, and the viewing angles are also pretty good. There is no Corning Gorilla Glass support on the Zenfone Go, but it does have anti-fingerprint coating. Now the touch response is pretty smooth on both these devices. The color quality and other aspects also look pretty decent on both these devices. But overall, we would say in the display aspect, the Redmi 2 Prime is a winner here. Now moving on to the software and performance. So first up, let's see the Zenfone Go. So this runs Android 5.1, which is the latest version, and this has this custom Zen UI. So Zen UI is a heavily skinned UI. You can see the notification center is completely customized. It does offer a lot of additional features as well. You get lots of customization options in the form of widgets, icon packs, then you have scroll effects, you can change fonts, wallpaper, and a lot of additional tools are available. So that's the power of Zenfone Zen UI, and it does offer decent experience overall. The performance overall with 2 gigs of RAM was pretty okay. We did experience lag here and there with even casual usage and when switching heavy games and apps, but still then for a daily driver, this device is pretty decent performance overall with 2 gigs of RAM and the MediaTek chipset. But the biggest issue with this device is the lack of 4G LTE support and also 8 gigs of internal storage. While most of the devices in this price point now offer 4G LTE, this device offers only 3G capability. So that's one big issue. The device is dual SIM card and expandable via micro SD card, but then you cannot install apps directly onto the SD card with the 8 gigs of internal storage. So you're left with only 4.5 gigs of internal storage available in the first boot. The gaming experience also was pretty decent on this device. It's a 5-inch device and the performance looked pretty decent overall. Now talking about the Redmi 2 Prime, this runs an outdated OS. So this is Android 4.4 KitKat, almost a year old OS. But the advantage of this device is that it runs MIUI 6. So if you're looking for heavy customization in the form of themes and other options, MIUI 6 does offer a lot of options, and it's more polished UI in terms of the performance and the look and feel than the Zen UI. It also has themes, it has custom notifications, and so lots of things are included in the MIUI 6, and it's overall a well built UI. But the only issue is that it runs an outdated software, that's the Android KitKat. Now talking about the overall performance, we did multiple tasks with this device, and the overall performance was pretty good. The gaming experience was just decent because it's a small display, it's a 4.7-inch display, but still then with 2 gigs of RAM, the performance was pretty good overall. Now this also comes with 16 gigs of internal storage, so you can install almost all apps and then still get additional storage via micro SD card. This also comes with 4G LTE and dual SIM card, and it's dual 4G LTE enabled SIM device, so you can use dual 4G SIM cards on this device. So that's the advantage of using this device. So overall in the software side, we would say Zenfone Go has the latest software, that's Android Lollipop 5.1. But overall performance, we would say the Redmi 2 Prime is a solid device with 4G LTE support, 16 gigs of internal storage, and heavily skinned UI. So that's the software and performance. Now moving on to the camera. So camera is one important aspect a lot of users would be interested in knowing. Now you can see the camera interface is pretty good overall. You do have a lot of tools included in both these cameras. You can see panorama, HDR, manual mode, scene modes are included in the Redmi 2 Prime, while you have the same HDR night mode, FX, selfie mode. Lot of modes also included in the Zenfone Go. Now camera interface wise, both these devices are pretty well and feature rich. It does offer 1080p recording on both these devices, and the overall experience using the camera interface is pretty good on both these devices. Now talking about the camera quality, this is where the Redmi 2 Prime has a big edge over the Zenfone Go. The camera samples we collected from both these devices, it clearly shows that the Redmi 2 Prime is the better device in terms of the camera performance, and the color quality, the overall performance, and the clarity of the photos look much better on the Redmi 2 Prime when compared to the ASUS Zenfone Go. So when we reviewed the Zenfone Go, we said that the color quality and the sharpness levels were not that great, but with the Redmi 2 Prime it's much better. Even the video recording is also pretty good on the Redmi 2 Prime. So overall in the camera aspect, we would say the clear winner is the Redmi 2 Prime. Now finally moving on to the battery performance. The ASUS Zenfone Go has a 2070 mAh battery, while the Redmi 2 Prime has a 2200 mAh battery. So the battery capacity is higher on the Redmi 2 Prime, and it also has to power a smaller display. So obviously the performing device in terms of the battery performance is the Redmi 2 Prime, which does give additional battery performance when compared to the Zenfone Go. But both these devices do offer 1 day of usage with average usage, which includes calls, browsing, gaming, social networking, etc. So both these devices do offer decent battery performance, but then we would still have a slightly better performance on the Redmi 2 Prime. So that was the detailed aspects of these two devices. Now which is a better device here? Now the Redmi 2 Prime is priced 6,999, while the Zenfone Go is priced 7,999. So there is a 1K difference between these two devices. But for the lower pricing on the Redmi 2 Prime, it offers 16 gigs of internal storage. Then you have a slightly better processor and also 4G LTE support with a better camera overall. So overall we would say the Redmi 2 Prime offers better value for money than the Zenfone Go. But the Zenfone Go has its advantages in the form of a bigger display. If you are looking for a bigger display, 5-inch display versus the 4.7 on the Redmi 2 Prime. Also it has the latest Android Lollipop, that's a 5.1 when compared to the outdated 4.4 on the Redmi 2 Prime. So that was a detailed comparison of the ASUS Zenfone Go with the Redmi 2 Prime. So hope you like this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to your YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.